something new is rising above the Earth, and for the first time in decades, it is making powerful nations uneasy. It is not a missile. It is not a warship. It is not even something you can see from the ground. It is a system being built by the United States that could change how wars are fought before they even begin. A defense shield so ambitious that it aims to stop nuclear weapons in mid-flight, long before they ever reach their target. And according to analysts watching closely, this single idea is enough to make leaders in China take notice in a very serious way. The project is known as the Golden Dome. At first it sounds like just another military concept, but the deeper you look, the more unsettling it becomes. For decades, global stability has rested on a simple but terrifying balance. If one nuclear power launches an attack, the other responds with equal force. The result is total destruction on both sides. This balance, often described as mutually assured destruction, has prevented major nuclear war, not because nations trust each other, but because they fear the consequences. Now imagine that balance being disrupted. Imagine one country building a shield that could intercept incoming nuclear missiles before they strike. That is the promise behind the Golden Dome. The idea gained momentum when Donald Trump announced plans for a unified missile defense system designed to protect the entire United States. Not just cities, not just military bases, the whole country. This is not the first time such a vision has been proposed. Back in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan introduced the Strategic Defense Initiative, a project that aimed to use space-based systems to stop nuclear attacks. At the time, the technology simply did not exist. Scientists concluded it would take years just to determine if such a system was even possible. Today, that limitation is starting to fade. Advances in satellite technology, sensor networks, and computing power have brought the concept much closer to reality. Thousands of satellites already orbit the Earth, many launched by private companies like SpaceX. These networks can track objects with incredible precision, detect launches within seconds, and communicate data across vast distances almost instantly. The Golden Dome builds on that foundation. The plan is to create multiple layers of defense. Sensors on land, at sea, in the air, and in space would work together as a single system. The moment a missile is launched anywhere in the world, it would be detected almost instantly. From there, interceptors would be deployed to destroy it at different stages of its flight. Some would strike during the boost phase, just moments after launch. Others would engage mid-flight as the missile travels through space. Additional systems would be ready closer to the target in case earlier attempts fail. But the most striking element lies above everything else: space. The Golden Dome is expected to rely heavily on space-based interceptors. Satellites equipped not just with sensors, but with the ability to neutralize threats directly. Some concepts even include the use of directed energy, powerful lasers capable of disabling missiles at the speed of light. This is where the concern begins, because placing weapons in orbit changes the rules entirely. For countries like China, the threat is not just about defense. It is about what comes next. If the United States can successfully block incoming nuclear missiles, it weakens the very idea of deterrence. Suddenly, the risk of retaliation is no longer guaranteed. That shifts the balance of power in a way that has not been seen in modern history. And that is a dangerous shift. China has spent years developing advanced missile systems designed to overcome traditional defenses. These include hypersonic weapons that travel at extreme speeds and can change direction mid-flight, making them difficult to track and intercept. The DF-41 is one example, a powerful system capable of reaching targets across continents. But even these systems face a new kind of challenge if the Golden Dome becomes operational. Because the goal is not just to intercept missiles, it is to make launching them pointless. That is the real strategy. If an adversary believes their attack will fail, they may never launch in the first place. It becomes a psychological barrier as much as a physical one, a way to discourage conflict before it begins. But there is another side to that logic. If one country builds a shield, others may build stronger weapons to break through it. Experts warn that this could trigger a new kind of arms race. Not just more missiles, but smarter ones. Faster, harder to detect. designed specifically to overwhelm even the most advanced defenses. There is also the question of scale. Defending a country as large as the United States is not the same as protecting a smaller region. Systems like Iron Dome have proven effective, but they operate over a limited area and are designed to intercept short-range threats. The United States faces a much larger challenge. Intercontinental ballistic missiles travel thousands of miles, leaving the atmosphere before re-entering at incredible speeds. Intercepting them is often compared to hitting a bullet with another bullet in complete darkness. The margin for error is almost non-existent. To make the Golden Dome work, thousands of interceptors may be needed in orbit. Some estimates suggest tens of thousands of satellites to ensure coverage at all times. That is because satellites are constantly moving. To guarantee that one is in the right position at the right moment, many more must be deployed. The cost of such a system is staggering. Initial projections place it in the hundreds of billions of dollars. Some estimates go even higher over time. Building, launching, and maintaining such a network would require continuous investment on a scale rarely seen in defense projects. And yet, development continues. Behind closed doors, engineers are working on the next generation of sensors, faster interceptors, and more efficient launch systems. Military planners are mapping out scenarios, testing responses, and preparing for a future where threats can emerge from anywhere at any time. Meanwhile, the reaction from China has been clear. Officials have raised concerns about the militarization of space. They warn that deploying weapons beyond Earth could turn orbit into a battlefield, with satellites becoming targets in future conflicts. There are already capabilities being developed to disable or destroy satellites through missiles, electronic interference, or cyber attacks. If those systems are used, the consequences could reach far beyond military operations. Satellites support navigation, communication, banking systems, and even weather forecasting. A conflict in space could disrupt daily life across the entire planet. That is what makes this development so unsettling. The Golden Dome is not just a defense project, it is a signal that the next frontier of conflict may not be on land or sea, but above the Earth itself. And once that line is crossed, it may be difficult to go back. Still, there are doubts. Even the most advanced defense systems are not perfect. No system can guarantee complete protection. A large-scale attack could overwhelm defenses simply by volume. Cheaper weapons launched in massive numbers might still find their way through. That uncertainty remains. But in military strategy, perfection is not always the goal. Sometimes changing the odds is enough.